Hey guys, welcome to Sense for the Soul. My name is Jasmine. I am the host of this podcast. Thank you so much for listening and for choosing my podcast as something that you want to listen to. Thank you so much. I'm so thankful. First, before we get started, make sure that you like, subscribe, share, comment, and tell someone to tell someone to tell someone to tell someone what you're listening to and you know what we're talking about and stuff. Give me your feedback. I want to hear from it. Hear from you guys. And also, while you're doing so, you guys can also go ahead and follow my social medias. I have all of that linked below. And it would just mean a lot for me for you guys to follow me and see what I got going on in my life. So, yeah. First, I want to address, like I said before, this is my very first episode of Sense for a Soul. For all of my old listeners, you guys would know that I used to be co-host for a podcast called Millennial Madness. That podcast was ran by myself and my sister, and it actually did pretty well. We got very far on, a lot of different things. We had a whole Facebook page, we had followers and subscribers, and then COVID hit, and then life hit. And then school and kids and spouses and all of these other things hit. And it was just so much going on. We decided to take a break. But I still kind of had been wanting to pick up and continue on. And so I just decided to take the baton and run with it and create a spinoff podcast called Sense for the Soul. My sister is still super supportive. Like, she is behind the scenes helping me and giving me feedback. And, she's just being a great support system and sister and stuff like that. So, I just want to thank her. Thank you. Let's go ahead and get started. All right. So, this first episode, sorry about that, guys. This first episode that I want to talk about is something that I've been kind of dealing with for some time. And I got a lot of things to say about it. Like, it's a lot that I've learned about this particular issue. If you guys have looked at the title that I titled it, I called it Prioritizing Your Peace. And so as of late, I have really been making active steps to protect my peace bubble and to make sure that nothing or anybody infiltrates that particular bubble. It's something that is a daily battle because I struggle with trying to make sure that my peace is in check and not reacting the way that I want to react to certain things, and just making sure that I'm, maintaining a level head. So I just kind of wanted to talk about that and share some of the things that I've learned, concerning protecting my peace. So first off, I feel like to start it off, I should define exactly what peace is, because everybody knows, I guess, the idea of peace, but a clear definition that I found of peace was peace is basically being in a state with no conflict and having the freedom of not having fear of having things affect you in a negative way. So how exactly or why exactly, I guess I want to talk about, why should we prioritize this? Like, why should this be something that is talked about and discussed and, the whole long drawn out thing? Why should we do that? First, I believe that peace is directly linked to health issues, mental issues, as well as preventing you from your purpose. So physically, let's say you find yourself, you're not sleeping, you're up all night, you're feeling sick, you're having anxiety, you just physically, you're tired all the time, like you can't get yourself out the bed. You might want to check your peace levels. Like, how is your peace? How are you feeling around you? What is your environment like? Because that can affect you physically. Secondly, mentally, like I said, anxiety attacks. There are so many people around here that are taking medications actually for anxiety, for stress, for because they can't get settled. They're hyper. They're just always doing something. Like, are you at peace? Like, Have you checked to see whether or not you're at peace? Probably not. Now, not only are you physically doing things to your body by taking medication and trying to soothe that in whatever way, by smoking or whatever you choose to do, but it's also affecting you now on the flip side mentally. Like you're unsettled up here. You're at work and you're like, oh my gosh, I know this stuff. Like I do this work every day, but I can't think. Like I can't, like my memory is starting to, I'm losing my mind at this point. Like I'm unsettled. You need to get your peace in check. You need to get your surroundings and things in check to ensure that you are level headed and you are fresh and always ready to go for whatever it is that you just want to do. And like I mentioned, the third thing, I believe that peace directly has an influence on you achieving your purpose. Personally, I think that God put us all on earth for something, for a purpose, it's something on earth that each one of us is supposed to achieve, something that we are supposed to birth into the society. That's what I believe, right? So if you're not at peace, you're not making sound decisions. You're not getting the proper rest. You don't have the proper stamina to be able to even take on what it is that you need to take on, thus deterring you from your purpose. So all of these things are reasons why I believe it's super important that we need to discuss this. Like we need to talk about peace and prioritizing that and making sure that that's at the top of your list. Like you're not about to come to me and mess up what I got going on up here and what I got going on around me by trying to put me with all this toxic negative energy. Like, no, you keep that. No, I gotta go. And it took me a long time to get to that place because I used to entertain it. Like I used to be that person that was like, oh girl, go ahead and lay it on me. Go on, tell me what they said. Tell me what they doing. Now, listen, I ain't the 1, 2, or 3. Go take that somewhere else. Like I can't do it because you are affecting me negatively. Like this is gonna weigh on my mind. This is what's gonna have me up at night. Like, you know what, that girl really told me that. I don't wanna do that. Like, let me just prioritize and protect my peace. Okay. So I wanted to address some of the ways as to how we can protect our peace. So we know what peace is, we know why it's important. And now I want to talk about how do you protect it? Like, okay, Jasmine, like you're saying that peace is important, stuff like that. Like, I don't know how to get out this rut. Like, I don't know how to get myself together to protect my peace. Well, I'm about to tell you, okay? I'm about to tell you how you're supposed to protect your peace, or rather what I've learned through research and through trial and error and through the things that I do for myself, okay? So the first thing, pay attention to your triggers. So past traumas, things that make you angry, friends, family, like these are all things that can trigger you to get you off course from having peace. So, for example, one of my triggers is social media. I used to have a really, really bad habit of getting on social media first thing in the morning. Right when I get out the bed, I'm on my phone scrolling, trying to see what everybody else got going on, trying to see what's the latest, greatest, newest news that's going on. And ultimately, over time, I found that it made me more so unhappy, because you can play the comparison game. You can see where, oh, wow, this person is doing all these great things and blah, 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 but I'm still here. Like mentally, it just didn't do well for me. And I had to take a step back from it. I have since currently been a lot more active on social media, being that I have learned ways to deal with those things, and I have removed or unfollowed certain individuals or things that would trigger me in that way or have me feeling some kind of way. Okay. So the first thing is you need to recognize your triggers. Like, is there an environment? Do you go to a specific place that has you like, oh my, like this just brings me back to when old girl came and tried to do X, Y, like remove yourself from that. Don't bring yourself to those environments. Don't allow yourself to be a part of those triggers that's going to have you rattled. Don't do it. Like, just find another filler. Fill your time with something else. Avoid your triggers. The second thing, that I would probably recommend is letting go of negative people. And when I say people, people can fall under the category of friends and family. There are some people out here, friends and family, that just thrive. Like they thrive for the toxic, the drama, the oh girl, let me tell you what happened. The oh, I heard while I was in the bathroom. Stop. You need to remove yourself from those people because at the end of the day, are they bringing you any type of support? Are they helping you? Are they bettering you? Are they pushing you to be the better you? Are they saying, hey, listen, oh, you don't want to hear what I got to say, girl? You know, you changing. Like, I can't be around you. Like you trying to be all uppity and stuff, acting like you not where we at. Like, or are they saying, you know what, you're right. Girl, I don't even know why I brought this to you. Like, I know that this is a sensitive subject for you. I'm not gonna do it no more. Like, let's move on with our lives. Who are you surrounding yourself with? You need to check that because a lot of times your your immediate circle is what influences how you feel, how you act, and what you do with your life. That's important. And another thing I want to address, you need to be careful as far as with your friends, like your friends who are supportive to you and they might be good to you and you know y'all been rocking for a long time. They might have friends who they might bring around you who don't have that specific trait that you're looking for. You need to protect that. You need to look and recognize that the people around me, they need to be supporting a stable well-being, stable mindset, stable physically, and they need to bring me happiness. They need to bring me support. They need to bring me things that's going to better me. And when I get that from them, I can then transfer that back to them as well, and we can have this ongoing connection of, girl, I'm feeding you with positivity, I'm feeding you what you can do with, congratulations, I'm so happy for you, and mean it. And they can feed you with the same thing. Congratulations, Jasmine, I'm so happy for you, girl, go ahead, you got it, don't worry about that, let it roll off your shoulder. You need to surround yourself with people that's going to help keep your peace. And that was something that was hard for me. It was hard for me to unfollow and unfriend people who I had grown to love. Like I had grown to know them and be around them, and they've been with my kids and been with my family and stuff like that. But on the back end, flip side, like you were not bringing me peace. It was just drama. It was just, you're there, but when you're there, you're bringing me drama. So you need to be aware of your triggers. You need to be aware of the people that are around you. The third thing that I wrote down actually as far as with protecting your peace was, like I said, social media. That was a big one for me. Social media, like God had me all the way effed up. Like I was just like, I was almost addicted to social media in the most negative way. And so it just wasn't healthy. So you need to ensure and make sure that the people that you're following, the things that you're allowing inside of your eye gate, inside of your ears, is something that's going to bring you calmness or encouragement or inspiration. Make sure it's not a situation that's going to have you crying because you can't take what it is that you're seeing. Okay. You also, I would highly recommend do some me time, like do some self-care things, do some things for yourself. If you know for a fact that I got this and this to do, and my week is about to be hell on earth, come Friday, nails, feet, hair, I'm going to do some things for myself. I'm going to get me a good book. I'm going to the lakes. I'm going to read. I'm going to watch me a good movie. I'm going to eat me some popcorn. I'm going to get my Chinese food or whatever it is that you like, and woosah yourself and purge yourself from the week's stresses. Like just self-care, take care of yourself. Recognize that it's okay to be like, oh, wait a minute, I feel like I'm just getting a little overwhelmed here. I need to take a step to the side and just woosah. Girls trip, husband and wife trip, mom, I need to talk to you. Whatever it is you need to do to self-care for yourself, to keep yourself here, do it. Avoid the triggers. Check your social media, check your friends, self-care. All of these things will help you to maintain and to prioritize your peace. Another one, trust your intuition, trust your gut. Like, you know, that feeling inside that tells you, you know, Jazz, you might not want to go there. You might not want to do that. You might not want to participate in that. Listen to that. For example, some time ago, there was a situation where I had a friend who played kind of like a middleman person. Like they would be friends with me as well as friends with, another individual, which was fine. Me and the other individual didn't necessarily see eye to eye, which, you're not going to see eye to eye with everybody. So it's okay. But I was okay, no problem. Like I can't stop you from hanging out with who you want to hang out with. Just you make sure that my business is my business, her business is her business, and we're good to go. Okay. Right. Party time came. So party happens. I get invited. And this is a situation where we had history, like me and the other person had history. And so I just felt that it wouldn't be wise of me to necessarily go to this particular dinner. And I still went, and it turned into a show. It was not good. And it caused me to be in a place that I didn't want to be in. And had I just listened to my gut or listened to my intuition that says, you know what, maybe you can catch her, on the flip side, or maybe y'all can do something together, or maybe you can, make it up to her some kind of way, or have that conversation with her and express how you feel. I still decided to go and try to be the grown up adult. But sometimes you being the adult doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be the adult either. So then you put yourself in a situation where you got to be, on guard, or, you got to have your guard up and stuff like that. So you just need to protect that piece. Listen to your gut. So those are all ways that I feel you can go about making yourself better, making your life better, making sure that you are being the best version of yourself, doing the things that make you happy, that you are stable and on track. Oh, and one of the things too I wanted to address is sometimes you need to recognize when people are pushing you on purpose. The situation I was just telling you about how it just turned into a show, and how it was not good for grown women to act like that. Like, you need to understand and recognize when some people have made it up in their mind that they are not going to be at peace, that they are going to be the toxic person, that they are going to be the person that's going to bring you the problems, the drama. They all about the life and all that other stuff. Like, you need to recognize that some people will push you just because you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, and just because you have decided to be a better you. I want to mess that up. Like, I want to mess all of what she thinks she got going on up. You need to recognize that there are people out there that want to see your downfall, that they will do things just to rattle you, just to make you and show people like, oh, she says she over it, but watch this, she ain't all the way there. Like, they have people out there that would do that, and you need to recognize when somebody's trying to push it, and just be like, you know what, you almost had me. You almost got the word from me, but I'm not going to do it because I've grown past that. I'm going to protect the peace that I have, the example and the growth that I've done within myself. So yeah, be careful of all of that. Like, people out here weird, like they crazy. Okay. So be careful of that. So yeah, that's basically all that I have concerning this situation, concerning peace and protecting it and ensuring that you're being the best person for you. Like I said, this podcast is called Sense for the Soul. Over time, after you've gone through things, after you have experienced and had triumphs and valleys and heartache and pain and congratulations, you learn sense, not just common sense, but talking about like sense. You get damn good sense concerning things. And I think it's important that we discuss those things. Okay. So I decided, why not just go ahead and share the sense that I've learned. And so this is one of the first things that I felt like was very important for me to address. So yeah, that's all I have for this episode. Short, quick, to the point. I am excited about some of the things that we'll be talking about. We'll have guests on the show. It's some things, y'all, like, if you know me in real life, like we're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it uncut and real. And so make sure that you stay tuned and listen in and subscribe and look for these episodes, because it's gonna be some heavy hitting stuff. It's gonna be some stuff that's gonna have you thinking, like, you know what, she ain't lying. So just make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and just follow me on social media. Let's connect, let's vibe. If you have suggestions, type them in the comments or hit me up online, DM me. Doesn't matter. And yeah, just thank you again for listening and watching and taking the time out to just hear what I have to say, because it's like 1,000,001 podcasts out here, and I'm just little old me trying to make a difference in the world. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and for listening. Stay tuned for our next episode. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day.